Welcome to a day that begins with Nobel Laureate Dr. Harald Hausen. You'll hear from ASCP President Dr. Mark Stoller and some of today's ASCP Award recipients. Creating the bridge to a future focused on connectivity, science, and international outreach. These are some of the dynamic issues you'll experience during the 5 days of the 2010 American Society for Clinical Pathology Annual Meeting. Today's focus is on pathologists and science. You'll see distinguished individuals receive ASCP masterships and special awards and experience exciting new products and services offered by our exhibitors. Let's begin our memorable journey. Today, the ASCP annual meeting is in full swing with exciting sessions focused on the best and brightest discoveries in science. The exhibit hall is bustling, while the opening reception serves as the bright exclamation point after a fast-paced day.
I'm tempted to discuss data which we have with pathologists who usually have a lot of experience in this field, because cervical cancer was a paradigm for cancer linked to infections, because already in 1842 it was found by Italian physicians that the mortality of cervical cancer is much higher in people who have a number of sexual partners in comparison to those who have none or only one. Well, basically by identifying the genomes of the respective viruses, 16 and 18 in particular, directly from cervical cancer cells to demonstrate that they express specific genes which are mandatory for the cancer, for the malignant growth of the respective cells, and certainly also by demonstrating that the blocking of the expression and function of these genes leads to a kind of reversion of the cancer cells to a quasi-normal state.
He mentioned this TT virus that I hadn't heard of before was extremely interesting to me, because I think that he is right in thinking that an infectious agent may play a role. I thought his reasoning was very interesting, and it kind of stimulated me to possibly look into this kind of research.
We're going to use data rather than opinion to drive forward the refinement of laboratory medicine practice. So we've started an Institute for Health Services Research. This institute is going to be what I would call a data engine, the ability to really scientifically discern what would be the right test at the right time for the right patient.
One of the new ideas that ASCP is presenting to our members is the cycle of healthcare. ASCP is committed to serving our members through science, connectivity, and international outreach. In turn, our members are integral to the success of the healthcare team. At the heart of healthcare is the patient. And finally, patients benefit from the right diagnoses provided by the entire laboratory team in order to receive the right treatments.
I think it's very important for all of the organizations involved with pathology and laboratory medicine to work together, especially during this time of healthcare reform, as well as a time of innovation in both pathology and the clinical laboratory.
It all starts with trust and integrity, and I'd like to think that both our organizations really have a surplus of that. I think we have the best job in the world, and the reason is the people we work for and with, pathologists. 80% of the objective data on a patient's chart comes from pathologists.
We recognize the certification from the ASCP as the gold standard, and if you don't have that, we don't accept you for commissioning in the service.
Tomorrow you'll find more to discover. Where's the pathology profession headed? Go to the Pathology's Future session to add your ideas and learn from your peers. Dive into the leadership exchange courses and take ideas back to your lab. International outreach, science, connectivity. The 2011 American Society for Clinical Pathology Annual Meeting, held from October 19th to the 23rd in Las Vegas, focuses on science and connectivity through an international lens. Save the dates for an exceptional educational experience like no other. For the focus on science, 200 hours of dynamic education span 17 learning pathways and feature posters, case studies, and platform presentations, including online sessions for virtual attendees. Registration opens in January 2011 for a global view of pathology and laboratory medicine, October 19th to the 23rd, 2011 in Las Vegas, Nevada. Save the dates today for an exceptional educational and networking experience like no other.